cheap thrills.
What's up, family? It's your boy Nate, aka Tabasco Sweet, and you're watching Cheap Thrills. You already know what it is. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to bless yourself with another legendary multi-purpose accessory. Now, your boy may be out here in this 80-degree LA weather, but I know we've got a lot of Cheap Thrills fans who are experiencing actual autumn right now. This one's for you. Real foliage hours, family. Now, this piece is a fall-winter must-have, whether you're hitting the slopes or keeping it very rare, like Rihanna at Coachella. I'm talking about that sus, but lit, Gucci Balaclava, family. Now, I know balaclava sounds like an MF Greek pastry or something, but it's actually what you call a ski mask when you're not trying to rob someone. Speaking of being robbed, these things will run you about $310 retail. Why the extra 10? Now that's a lot of coin to drop, just to look like you're about to rob a bank on that no face, no case wave. Doesn't it seem a little backwards to have to rob a bank to be able to afford a ski mask? Riddle me that, family. One thing's for sure, this thing is iconic as hell. If you think about it, being anonymous is a major humble flex. What's harder than being cloaked in mystery, family? Plus, Halloween is fast approaching, and it's time to get inspired by our favorite masked legends. I'm talking Future, MF Doom, Ski Mask the Slump God, Slipknot, The Phantom from Phantom of the Opera, The Mask from the movie The Mask. George Clooney is Batman, Christian Bale is Batman, Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Shredder, Val Kilmer is Batman. The White Power Ranger, the Red Power Ranger, the Yellow Power Ranger, the Black Power Ranger, the Pink Power Ranger, the Green Power Ranger. Ben Affleck is... Never mind. Let me know who your favorite mysterious flexer is in the comments. Anyway, what do you say, family? I'm gonna show you how to cover your head up and keep your bread up. Here's what you're gonna need. A black ski mask, a generic white sweater, a tan turtleneck, some white thread and a needle, tan yarn and some embroidery needles, white and tan fabric spray paint, some pins and a pin cushion. The first step is to do a little surgery on our turtleneck. We're going to cut the neck and attach it to the ski mask. I'm going to take my scissors and cut from the bottom all the way across. Now cut this to whatever length you want your turtleneck to be, but make sure you give yourself an extra inch so we can sew it into our ski mask. Now that you've got this piece cut off, just measure it against your ski mask to get the proper width. Go ahead and cut off the excess, but again, give yourself a little extra room so we can sew it later. Bada boom, family. We're gonna be doing some sewing to put our mask together. Now if you're a seasoned OG, feel free to use a sewing machine, but your boy's not quite at that level yet. I'm going analog, family. You know what that means. You gotta thread another needle. Very clean. Just double the length of your thread, cut it, and then tie a knot. So now we'll fold our turtleneck part outsides together. Make sure when you're sewing this it's inside out, because we're gonna flip it later. Now just fit your turtleneck over the mask, like this. We're gonna stitch this about 3 inches from the bottom. I'm gonna pin the turtleneck material to the front of our mask to hold it into place. Now I'm just rethreading my needle, which I'm really good at. Come on, get in there. Easy. Now let's stitch away, my guy. Now that we've got the front side stitched in, just repeat all around. Now it should look something like this when you're done. Now that we've got our turtleneck cut, it's time to start moving on to the top of our balaclava. So first, we're gonna cut off the turtleneck material from the turtleneck part. Now this is gonna go on the top of the dome of our ski mask, so I'm just laying it on here for reference. Now you should have a piece that looks like whatever this looks like. We're gonna go back to our needle and thread and sew the top of this closed. Make sure it's inside out, just like the last piece. So now once you've got that all sewn together, put it on the top of your mask like this, pin it, and sew it again. 3 for 3, family. Your boy's on fire. Now that you got the first side sewn in, just hit it all around again. Should look like this when you're done. Next step is going to be the white strip that goes around the eyes. So for this, I'm pulling out my generic white sweater and we're going to use the sleeve. First, I'm going to cut the sleeve off. Now we're going to put the eye holes in our sleeve. For that, I'm going to use this tiny stencil I made. Try for a shape like this. So first, I'm just putting this on our sleeve and tracing around it. Now flip your stencil over for the other eye and leave a little bit of space in between. Now that we got our eyes outlined, we're going to come in with our needle and thread again. I'm going to stitch along my outline from the front of the sleeve to the back of the sleeve so we have a 2-layer strip. Now that I got these sewn together, it's time to very carefully cut out our eye holes. Now these layers are sewed together, so I'm going to fold it up so I can give it a little snippy snip, and then we can cut the rest out. Now be very careful about this, family. You want to make sure these edges look clean. No dead giveaways. Very clean. Now that you've got that done, wrap it around your mask and measure it out. I'm just lining up the eye holes with the hole in the mask. Now you still want a little extra to stitch this thing together, but cut off the excess. Tight. Now, just take your eye hole strip and sew the ends together like we did everything else, inside out. Now that we got that out of the way, just line this up with your mask, pin it into place, and sew away, my guy. Now for this, you want to sew the top and the bottom, but I probably don't need to tell you that. All this sewing's got me beat, family, but I've got all my pieces installed, and it's looking very clean. We're well on our way to balling in a balaclava. Now, it's time to come in with our details for max authenticity. Now this part is more of a choose your own adventure. Now if you're not in a hurry, you can totally stitch all your accents. Personally, your boy's already hella late on posting some iconic fall winter gear. So I'm gonna go speed mode and knock it out with some fabric spray paint. And for the first accent, we're gonna do the zigzag line that goes around the top and the bottom of the eyes. And for that, I'm gonna use a stencil I made and some white fabric spray paint. So I'm just gonna line this up and then carefully place these pieces of paper so we don't get paint on the rest of our mask. Because that'd be a dead giveaway, family. Now line it up carefully so that the top of the stencil is just touching the bottom of the white strip. And make sure you press the stencil down to your mask so your paint gets even coverage. Now that we hit that, just keep going all the way around. And once you've hit the design once around, let it dry and then hit it with another coat for max saturation. Now you'd think a ski mask would come with a mouth hole, but this one doesn't have one, so we gotta cut it out. I'm just hitting the center with my scissors and cutting open a small 2-inch opening. Very clean. Now, I know it seems pretty small, but this material is gonna stretch a lot, so just trust me, family. So on the real Gucci balaclava, there's a tan accent around the mouth. So now it's time to come in with our tan yarn and our embroidery needle. Now we have to make this accent look tastefully thick, so that's why I'm coming in with a thicker yarn. Now I'm starting from the inside and then just wrapping it around. I think you get it by now, family. Just make sure you double back and make it extra thick. All right, last step, family. Now we just gotta hit it with our mirrored GG. First, I'm coming in with this other stencil of a Gucci logo. Now I'm just gonna line it up with a little space between the G and my mouth opening. I'm gonna hit this with 2 layers. First the white, then the brown. That'll help our logo stand out. Now while it's still wet, I'm gonna hit it with the brown. Very clean. Now this Gucci logo is not the interlocking one that you might be more familiar with. The G's are actually facing away from each other, and they're slightly apart. Now just do the same thing with the other G. Damn, family, these double G's are popping. Now I've showed you all the basic steps you need to finish this piece off. Now I'm gonna go speed mode and finish off all the accents. The zigzags go all the way around the mask, on the top and the bottom of the eye strap. I'm gonna finish the tan embroidery all around the mouth and put the double G's on the other side of our mask. See you in a second, family. Damn! Fuego alert, you sing this thing right now? Now, this probably took you all day, but trust me, it'll be worth it, family, when you're all protected from those bitter October winds. And makes a pretty good sock puppet. Very clean, Basco. Thanks, dude. And there you have it, family. The very hard Gucci Fall Winter 2018 balaclava. I can't wait to flex this thing for the gram. Also,
I have your children. I will return them as soon as you meet my demands.
it's time for Sweet on the Street. as you can see, we're in Los Angeles. It's the dead of fall. I'm feeling very protected from the elements right now, you know. Oh, what's up, dude?
I'm sorry. I don't.
What?
I didn't mean to. I
No.
don't want any trouble.
No. It's like it's a fashion thing. It's not.
Okay, you can have it.
It's not. No. It's a fashion thing. Come back. Damn, that guy was nice. Anyway, I'm feeling very protected from the elements right now. Feeling very warm. It's perfect. Back to you, Basco. Thanks, Basco. Hope you don't go to jail for that. That went about as well as I expected. So how do you think I did, family? I need you to go mask off in those comments. Right now. If you think your boy went to work like Riri, give me a yeah in those comments. But if you think this mask is more busted than boosted, go ahead and give me a nah. It's okay. I can take the criticism.
But you'll regret it.
Also, who's dressing up like your boy for Halloween? Seriously, tag your boy Tabasco Sweet in all your costume pics. I'll shout out my favorite ones on IG and Twitter. Stay spooky, stay shining on them, and as always, stay boosted, family.
Gang.
Now, if you thought that was fuego, you definitely want to cop the new Natemoji update.
Natemoji.
Version 1 was pretty fire, but version 2, that's a fully slammed rig, family. Perfect for all the times you need to say, and, or maybe even, so what are you waiting for, family? Download it right now.